Many people ask, how does continual new product introduction look like in hardware? Well, it looks like this. If you can imagine smart carts, but I've drawn them here like a toy train track, bringing in a version of the product, and you have a small, co-located, cross-functional, dedicated team, self-organizing team, who's doing value-added steps as these products flow by. Then you add what's called a router. A router is controlled by an app and software on your phone and on a tablet. And you could draw it like a switch on a train track. And you'd add a new piece of track next to the current line. There's actually no track, these carts are dynamic, but you could think of it like this. And the router's job is to branch exactly one product off to a new dedicated, co-located, small, self-organizing, self-managing, cross-functional team. And they have their Agile board and their critical information that's important to them. For example, trend charts and materials data, etc. Now this team takes the time they need, however long it takes, but the sooner the better, to design, engineer, and implement an improvement in production. So this package waits here while this team works on it. And this team does contact some suppliers when needed, but a lot of the work they do right here. Bending metal, drilling aluminum to make castings, injection molding, however long that needs to take. Now every time you install a router to branch out, you add a router also to be able to branch in. And you add automated tests. These are actually heat maps, but essentially you could think of them as like red, green, yellow tests are parts meeting all of the certifiable tests for quality, warrantyability, and safe sale. And they're actually digital self-management, which I've talked about elsewhere. But in a simple version, you can think of it as green. Green means one part can flow here. Whenever a part is green from the new line, it's sold. So you have a mix of the previous version and exactly one of the new version heading out to being sold. And then one or even two or three more parts branch in. And this group's job, same group, is now to scale. This is called the production ramp. Increase the speed at which they can do their value-added operation. In this case, adding a bow to the box. So now you'd have a higher percentage of boxes entering the mix that have bows on them, all going out to be sold, all intermixed. So there's not like a group of boxes with bows, the new version. They're interspersed as both of these lines are moving. Well, as the production ramp increases here for the small, co-located, cross-functional, dedicated team, eventually 100% of traffic branches to the new team, and this team has no traffic. Well, what happens is this team then gets exactly one that waits here, while they learn how to evolve past this version. It's not their job to just copy, it's their job to take what was learned here and enhance it. So they might add a bow and a gold tag that says "Dear Customer," to customer. And then exactly one of those, when this light turns green, would enter the mix. So it'd be almost all boxes with bows, and now one box with a bow and a gold tag hanging off it that says "To Customer" would flow out. And the process repeats. Now this is actually simplified. There's not two of these, there's many of these, up to 10, and they're not right next to each other. They actually could be anywhere. So these routers are definitely not just fixed train tracks, they can go any direction. And as we've seen in Tesla's case in Giga Berlin and now Giga Texas, these can actually branch up and down and at an angle. So you have a three-dimensional hexagon. It's a hexagon when flat. I don't know what a three-dimensional hexagon is called, but that's the number of easily understandable branches these lines can do. And the factory is full of them, and that's the three-dimensional factory model, but that's a whole other topic. The important part here is to see that you have development in production at the point of production within touching distance of the production, and you have a mix of product versions being manufactured and sold at any given time. The guarantee to the customer is always that they will at least get the minimum spec, and every so many customers get an enhanced version. When 100% of traffic is now the new spec, that's the advertised spec, the promised spec to the customer, and that continually updates. In Tesla's case, there are 60 new parts introduced to manufacturing every day. And the goal is to then remove 61 parts every day. So the actual total number of parts in the Model 3, Model Y, Model S, Model X actually decreases every day.